Is it cold in here? Not really. But this hat and jacket are going to keep me warm where we're going to check out this next ship. Stay tuned. All right, everyone, welcome and check out Orion L. I hope I said that right. Is Orion L cargo hauler extraordinaire. It's sold via blueprint and token. It's a large core, medium anti-grav ship with warp, 26 large containers and 10 small ones for pilots on your mining crew to use for their respective landing pads up top. Pretty cool stuff. The ship is mostly made of carbon fiber for weight reduction purposes, has 53 large atmospheric engines and 4 extra large space engines. It has a whole host of air brakes and retro rocket brakes and vertical boosters to make sure that you can get it off the ground and out and into space. So let's check out a few more pictures here, but without further ado, I want to jump in game and show this absolutely fantastic ship to you all. Let's check it out. All right, welcome in game, and with a name like Orion, you better have the ship design to back it up, because Orion means, well, I don't know what it means. It means big, it means cool. Arcadia ship design, Orion L. Let's check this ship out here. We are on top of it, the node where you can view this thing via the surrogate pod is located right on top, which is good because I've fallen off this thing a couple of times and I actually can't get back up on top of the ship by the virtue of the way it's parked. So it's cool, man, and I wish I could get a little bit better top-down view of it for y'all, but this is what we're dealing with here. So you have these individual landing pads with small containers for the pilots to store their stuff in. There's an atmospheric radar. There's some other goodies that are on top here. Inside the ship, it took me a little bit to kind of figure out how to navigate this thing, but once I did, it's actually pretty well thought out, man. I like it. Here's your res node. And let's go. I'm going to skip by what we just went by here real quick. Here's your container hubs. So you have 4 container hubs. I'm not exactly sure how many containers are linked to each, because I know there's some other containers for like the warp cells and such. Whoops, I think this one's a down. This is a down. Okay, so here's the reactor. And in case you are absolutely fine with sitting next to a massive anti-grav reactor and having a coffee or whatever your beverage of choice is, you can sit there and bask in the beauty that is. I think I can go down one more time. Maybe? I lied. All right, we're going to go up. I can't jump anymore. Okay, so let's go to the fuel tanks, and this is kind of cool. So I'm jumping up. I'm going to scoot on over to the atmospheric fuel tanks, which are located here. I believe there's 6 total. Okay, and then let's jump on here and jump again. It's going to shoot us on over to the space fuel tanks, and I believe there are 6 of those as well. I lied. There's 5. I stand corrected. We have a hatch that we can jump out on top of the ship if we so need to. We've already done that. If I can get control of myself here, let's jump back in. And we're going to go down, and back to this container hub room. We've already seen the reactor. So let's run back down the hallway here. So we have some more elevators. And this is for the lounge. Let's see, this is a down. Okay. So we've got a nice little cocktail lounge or whatever kind of lounge you want it to be. I tried walking behind the bar here, but it's a little tight and you kind of get stuck. But maybe something can be done about that. Not a make it or break it design feature for me, though, in terms of overall aesthetic. Let's go down again to where we have this, what appears to be a wall. And I imagine there's like a force field here. So if you want to keep people out from your boardroom and away from private matters that maybe you can. I'm not sure what that program board is linked to, if anything at all. I like this big old screen with the logo and the kind of like cable management dealie they added to the wall there. It looks pretty cool. So I think that's as far down as we can go there. Let's go up again. Now we're back on in this little corridor. So upper deck, lower deck. Let's go upper deck. Here we have what I don't know what's in that container relay. I'm not sure if that's where you would keep your warp cells or what's in there. It's not labeled like the rest of it. And that said, the bridge is absolutely sexy. I love this Lewis script that shows you what, if anything, is damaged or broken and if everything's healthy. We have our fuel status monitors here. And so there we can confirm that we have 5 space fuel tanks and 6 atmospheric. The warp script, which actually appears to be working. I have personally never gotten this thing to work, so I typically just get rid of that. So I'm glad to see that it's actually displaying an estimated warp cost because I've always had trouble. This is absolutely cool. I don't have any experience with this myself, but I love that this anti-grav here has your target altitude and it shows what you're currently at right there on the screen. That is really, really neat. There's a button or some sort of switch that does something. I don't dare touch it. I also don't think I have the rights. So, whoop, I meant to go jump twice. Now we're in the core. So the core is secured away in this little box of emotion that you can't escape unless you jump down. You also cannot enter it unless you have rights. So it's nice and secured in case you accidentally plow into the planet and destroy everything. Here is the lower deck, and I don't think we can go down anymore. No. So warp cells containers. I don't know if that's just containers for the warp cells or the containers for the entire ship. I haven't found the cargo room. I don't know if I have access to it. I mean, I've been all over this thing. Whoa, I don't want to jump out. Don't double tap that W. Had a minor panic moment thinking I would have to end and restart my VR session, but there's a little force field gangplank walkway thing that's over here, and I imagine if this ship is more on the ground, you would be able to access this relatively easily. So let me jump back in here so I don't have to restart this whole thing. Here's your warp core. Nice little cable management looking doohickeys all down the wall here. A very long corridor. And again, I'm not sure like if through this door, I can't jump in there, if that is where access to the container room is. So that's the tour of the inside of the ship. What I wanted to save for last, because I can't get back up to it unless I end and restart my VR session here, is the exterior of the ship, which is really cool. It's not just your standard flying rectangle. It's got a lot of really neat, intricate work done. Let's see here. Let's jump down. Here's all of your retro rocket brakes and adjusters and pods that house the vertical thrust. And I mean, I didn't even get a chance to count all this stuff, but air brakes and landing gear, antennas. Super cool. Absolutely amazing design. I am thoroughly in love with it. Going down the underside of the ship here, you see A and B and C and D, and then there's an E, and I imagine, and an F. So I'm not sure, since there's only 4 container hubs up in that one room, what E and F correspond to, but I imagine they have a meaning. Maybe the creator will be so kind as to comment and let us all know. But let's take a look at the back of this thing. And again, yeah, we're wearing a hat and jacket because we're on Lacabus here. And it's cold, everyone. It's cold on this planet. But incredible looking ship. Don't know what the hell that structure is over there. Looks like when I attempt to build something. But yeah, look at the side view of this thing. I mean, it is neat. Really well thought out, well put together. I love the elevator ideas on how you just kind of scoot around the ship. Yeah, so make sure you guys check this ship out if you like it. The creators' information and a link to it on the DU creator site will be in the description below. And there it is, Orion, an L-core medium anti-grav hauler with enough thrust to get 18 kilotons off the ground and into space on its own power. What more do you need? I don't know. I'm grabbing one. I hope you will too. Information on how to contact the creators in the description below. And hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. Helps me create more content. I really appreciate all the support so far. And until next time, fly dangerous. We'll see you around.